Hi everyone, it's another Wednesday, so another video. This one is a review of Paige. I think that's their name. I know their name it's spelled like that, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I think it's Paige. Then an army of freshmen and a Zebrahead. So this will be good. A brilliant concert. I enjoyed the night. In fact, it was a night of many, firsts in a case. Like the first time I had been to the Arches, as a venue, I did not know that it was a venue. I knew it was like a place, like a bar, but I didn't know they actually had a venue in there, and it was really tiny, but it was cool as hell. Here's annoying me already. Yay! Alright, I'll just move on. So, we thought it was a band called Attack Attack that were playing on the night, but it turns out no, it wasn't. It was Paige instead. But I don't really mind, to be honest. I quite like. They were really good. I didn't really know what to expect, considering I'd never heard of them before. So when I heard them, it was kind of like, it's the music I genuinely do listen to, like the kind of music I wanted to hear. So it was really cool. No, I've completely blanked on everything I was going to say. I should really write it down beforehand. Have a script sitting just behind the camera. But anyway, yeah. So, considering I'm going to do a new rating system kind of thing, just to give people a general idea of what I thought about each band. But it's going to be a kind of typical rating, like out of 10. Out of 10 for headlining bands, and out of 5 for support bands, because they had half the set, so they can't really get as many points as they. It's just unfair to rate them as tough as a headliner band, considering the headlining band is the one that most people actually go to see anyway. Anyway, so yeah. So out of 5 for Paige, I would probably say about 3.5, maybe 4, if they're lucky. I mean, they were good. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know. It's I didn't really react to them at all. I was just kind of standing there listening to their music. Well, I did like it. It's still, you want to have a band kind of make you feel like you want to move and jump and sing and dance, and yeah. And Army of Freshmen, when they came on, now I've heard of them before. I've got one of their songs actually, Juliet. That's the only song I actually knew from them. They were actually really cool. I liked them when they came on stage. They just had this aura about them that were yeah, these guys are quite badass actually. Their music was catchy. It was good music. I didn't really know what to expect from them, considering I only heard the one song. It could have been just a different song in the album, but I've never really listened to any of the other stuff. And I liked them. They were really they were good. Overall, I was really surprised. And, I need a hair clip or something. Has anyone got, look at this. This is ridiculous. Anyway, right, I've got to stop screwing around. I'll just review it like a little emo kid then. Why did I just do that? Because I can see what I look like in the camera, and that just looks silly as hell. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so before they left, right, they did this random, fast-paced heavy metal screamo shit for about 30 seconds. It scared the crap out of me. I wasn't expecting it at all, but it actually pushed the rating up to a 4, maybe a 4.5 out of 5. They were full of surprises. In fact, the bassist and the guitarist kind of stood so they were kind of facing each other, and then they kind of leaned over each other's backs with their guitars around their backs and started playing each other's guitars at the same time, and it was awesome, because it shows that they knew how to play the parts on all different instruments. And that's what you really want to see. You want to see bands that know how to work together, and it was cool as hell. And Zebrahead. Now, I said this was a night of firsts. Obviously, the first time I'd seen these three bands, that's a given. The first time I'd been to the Arches. The first time I had ever crowd surfed. I have never crowd surfed before that night. It was scary. And also a shitload of fun. Like, I'm not kidding. It was probably one of the most fun you could have at a gig. It's just like getting thrown on top of a crowd and just kind of like slowly, surfing down to the stage. The only problem is that most of the kids there were like about my age, if not younger, so they had difficulty carrying me. In fact, I did fall through the crowd at a point, but I was close enough to the stage. This security guard with, I swear to God, a robot hand grabbed me. I only felt one hand on my leg, and I genuinely just kind of like I was kind of upside down and then flipped all the way around and landed on my feet. Like, this was as I was falling down through the crowd, and he caught me and lifted me up with one freaking hand. I'm telling you, the guy is a robot. I don't know who he is, but he's a legend. I swear to God, I saw him actually drop someone. No, wait, that was a different gig. Ignore that, because I remember now, he couldn't have dropped anyone. But anyway, yeah, and it was just awesome. We were pitting the entire night. The only reason I stopped pitting was because I genuinely didn't have no energy left whatsoever. It was like, no, I can't pit anymore. I'm actually too tired. It wasn't a case of, I'm getting beaten up too much. It's more like I am actually too tired. The amount of times that we actually had like our own special little wall of death, because the floor opened right up at the back where we were standing, and Billy grabbed me by the arm. Right, we all linked arms and then just charged them straight down to the front of the concert, right down to the stage, and actually crushed them all. I feel bad for them actually, but it was funny as hell. So sorry if you were at that gig and at the front and started to get crushed. I apologise for that. It wasn't my idea, but I had fun doing it. So, and yeah, Zebrahead were just brilliant. They were exactly like I was expecting. They were just fast paced, fun. Funny as hell. They actually had a drinking thing, like they pulled some people on the stage and made them drink, and it was like cool as hell. I don't know how it was just, I've never actually experienced a band like that. Bowling for Soup came close to it. Like, not saying they were worse. I'm just saying that, like, the actual kind of the night in general was like, it was full of fun, fast paced music, just a chilled out attitude. It was just brilliant. So if I were to give them a rating, it would probably be about a 7 or 8. In fact, an 8 out of 10. Definitely an 8 out of 10. Bringing the night. Well, okay, I'll give a definite rating to all the bands first, and then I will give an overall rating to the night. So Paige, I'll say about 3.5 out of 5. Army of Freshmen was a 4 out of 5, and Zebrahead was an 8 out of 10, making that 12, 13, 15 and a half, I think, out of 20. Now, that's a good night. Probably the best nights range from 15 to 20. Of course, that's, given that some bands are just absolutely shite, and then, the other bands pulled together and just kick the night's ass. But yeah, so genuinely a fantastic night. Had lots of fun, and I cannot wait for Zebrahead to come back, because I'm definitely going, and I hope to see people there, because they are just genuinely one of the most fun bands you can ever go to see. Them and Bowling for Soup. I had too much fun at those 2 nights. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you with this. If you were to rate the night or the bands, if you were at any one of the concerts of the tour, what would you rate the bands at? The night out of 20, the bands out of 5 and 10? Just on YouTube, comment, on Tumblr, just post it on my wall or whatever. Just, tell me what you'd rate them, because I'm curious to find out. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm kind of holding you up here with a 10-minute review. So, thanks for watching, and goodbye.